Now, you were there when the Kliq was all together, obviously. Memories of the Kliq together.
The Kliq. Yeah, let's talk about the Kliq. That's cool. I was the one who named the Kliq the Kliq. No one ever fucking knows that. But it was just something I popped out there one day. I think I was traveling with Bob Holly and maybe Pierre. Who else? Maybe this, with Billy Gunn and those guys. And I started calling them the Kliq, and it stuck.
Right.
It started out with us just knowing it, and that's how it spilled over. And then, but yeah, I gave them that stupid little name, and so it stuck with them.
Did a lot of the other guys not like them as well, as far as
yeah, of course, absolutely. I mean, it's if you go through the history of this whole thing, yeah, there's a lot of people that didn't like them. But look at all the shit that they got away with, and of course, Vince allowed it to happen. So that's why I knew that was not a company. I knew that's why it was a good thing for me to get out of there, because like I said, my base was more in Atlanta, and that's where I wanted to be. So for me to get out of there. It was a good thing for me to get out of there, but yeah, they got away with a lot of shit.
Were you there when they went on strike allegedly?
Yeah. Let me check. What's the exact date on that? I can't recall exactly. I think that supposedly they went on strike or some bullshit.
And Vince had to come to the town.
Yeah, I might have been on they were running 2 shows, the A and the B town, at the time, and I was working. Semi-main or main event on a lot of those B-town shows, working with Undertaker casket matches all around the loop. And those guys were in different towns. It went back and forth. We were so busy back then. I mean, we were working 280 days. So I don't know where I was at when they supposedly went on strike, just because they bitched and moaned about stuff. So and Vince didn't have anything else to go with at the time.
Right.
I mean, he had Yoko and he had Brett. But the rest of it, so maybe he listened to him. I don't know exactly.
Did you get along with Kevin at all, or?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, but he's just like the rest of them. He had his own agenda. I'm sure he was just business to me to my face, but behind my back, definitely listening to Sean, and trying to do whatever he could to put himself in the position. I mean, I could think of the times when we were in Europe and stuff, and like Chief Jay Strongbow was one of the agents, and having to be on those loops for, because I went 7-8 times to Europe in 1 year, and just every night listening to Strongbow, and there was Nash and there was Sean, and they're listening to the Chief and listening to all that bullshit. And Chief's telling them, "Oh, way to go, Big D! You're having great matches every night." They're stinking up the fucking place, but that's what. That was Chief's job, is to fluff them up a little bit and then call Vince and back and tell them, "Oh, they're doing great, when really it sucked." Right. But, it's the politics of the business.
Would you consider them pretty much backstabbers in a way?
You know what? I think you've got to be friends with someone for them really to be a backstabber.
Right.
So we were never friends, so I would say no to that question.
Gotcha.
But did I give a shit about any of them? No.
Right.
Not at all.
Did you ever witness any of their antics outside the ring as far as their crazy behaviors with Scott and Kevin? Or?
Really not with Nash a whole lot. With Scott Hall, of course, pilled up out of his mind, staggering and walking up down the hotel lobbies, picking up ugly rats. Just any stupid. And here, this guy was supposedly a family man, married, and he's on the road being a piece of shit. And then X-Pac, same thing. ODing on pills all the time, waking up with his fucking eyebrow shaved, which was hilarious. I mean, if you look at some of his old promos, you'll see.
The Nasty Boys did that, right, Tom?
Actually, it was Smoking Guns.
Oh, okay.
So maybe he got it a couple times,
right.
But from when I was there, the Smoking Guns got him, which was hilarious because the dumbass had photo shoot the next day or so, and there he is with no eyebrows. Fucking hilarious. So I'm sure those photos are still out there somewhere.
You got to work him too, 1-2-3 Kid. What are your memories of working with him in the ring?
Working wise, it's a little skinny cruiserweight, with a really bad face. I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, he's there to bounce around and bump around for me. Could he work? Yeah, he could work, but there's so many other negative things about him that I can't really say. I can't say anything good about the guy.